In the shivering cradle of the north, beneath pale stars and frost-laced skies, a child shall draw her first breath. Upon her breast the mark shall burn deep, black, and ancient, the stain of the abyss. She is no ordinary babe, but born of dark blood, her veins thrumming with infernal sorcery, her soul tethered to realms where mortals dare not gaze. She will walk as a girl among men, yet the shadow will know her as kin. Her laughter will echo like a charm sweet and beguiling, but behind her eyes smolder a fire not lit by this world. As she grows, so too shall her power, until the veil between planes wears thin, and the beast of her blood press against the door. Should she come of age unchecked, she will call to her kin not in prayer, but in triumph. And they will answer, oh yes, they will come, on wings of flame and ruin, to walk once more in the daylight. Woe then to the realm of men, for suffering shall not descend like rain, but rise like flood, drowning all. Thus is it woven, thus shall it be, unless a blade finds her heart before the hourglass runs dry.
Ta-da! We're here for another game. Another, we'll see if it's... I don't know that it'll be unhinged tonight, but I think there are some surprises to come tonight. And they're not coming necessarily from me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay, so let's just throw it right over to Tim before we get started, and we can talk a little bit about 988.
Yes. So September may be gone for suicide awareness, but suicide awareness is an annual thing. So we have 988 suicide and crisis lifeline. We're mental health awareness, suicide awareness is very near and dear to us in Stronghold community and all of our partners across the spectrum. So we keep that up and going throughout the year just to show everybody how hard we've worked. Right now we've hit 1,300. 988 is a anonymous, or you can pass them a name if you want to, text or call to get you through some dark times. If you're feeling like going to a really dark place and you're just kind of falling out of it. We recommend, I do, as your days are starting to go dim and darker blue, don't wait for them to go completely black and hit the void. Use it as a preventative measure. But if you're in that space as well, hit 988 and you will find a specialized counselor for just about anything you're going through to get you to a good spot. So if you don't have the squanch to hit the button, save 30 minutes out of your day while you're stuck in traffic and empathetically hit how you doing to a random buddy and just listen to them just vent, and you'll save a life. Over to you, Namaste.
I love when you say that. It's not a funny saying. It's just I just like how you say it. Anyways,
that's what you say. I thought that's.
I'm not. No criticism. No criticism. So listen, we're back over here on Stronghold this week. You maybe caught us on Trollord Games last week. We have Grace herself from Trollord Games with us. We have a few players away, so that's very helpful to have an extra player around like that. So, less chance of a TPK when we have more players here.
Allegedly.
Last time... Let's see here. Last time we traveled beneath the great elven forest of Syleth to try and reach one of the forest's guardians, a ancient spider named Nulthara, and Nulthara has fallen prey perhaps to a demigod power known as the Black Goat, a demi-goddess of corruption and mutation and rot. And the party came across a couple things. They looted. First of all, they fought orcs, a lot of orcs that served the black goat. Then they looted the Ettercap lair. They had cleared the Ettercap lair the session before, but they actually looted it this time around. They found a bunch of electrum pieces. They also found a suit of magic chainmail and a magic longsword that has a strange, at the base of the hilt, a strange key-like formation on it. They then descended into a sinkhole in the back of the Ettercap lair and found great tunnels beneath the forest of Syleth and came upon a room that was divided by a chasm, and like a bridge, a great worm lay dead across the chasm, and the party decided to cross said worm as a bridge. And little worms burst forth from the dead corpse of the big worm and began to attack the party. Also of note, because I know it was of great excitement to the players, there were chains attached to this massive worm, implying maybe it had been somehow ridden or steered, which caused all our Dune fans to get very excited. And I think we defeated the worm-like creatures that came up out of the corpse of the great worm. And yeah, now I'm going to throw it back to you. So we're in a dark cavern. The tunnel behind you is accessible, but now on the other side of this rift, the tunnel continues. A great deal of webs cling to everything, and corpses of orcs can be seen amongst the webs.
How fresh do the corpses look?
They've been here a little while, maybe a week or two. And you do notice that they have not been... It's like they were like a fly. They've been subdued and wrapped and hang in amongst the webbing, but they clearly have not been like fed upon.
Oh, okay. So they're like in process.
Or you almost feel like the natural, I will tell you that, let me get my NPC list out here because we have lots of NPCs with the party. So I can tell you that your wood elf ally Arendor tells you that, like, chances are these were to be left for children of Nulthara, but you have already witnessed all of the spiders of the Great Wood fleeing the Great Wood. So although they've been carefully wrapped and tucked away here, there's not really anyone to feed on them.
All right, then. Keep kind of moving down.
Okay.
Children is a lovely way of saying huge eight-legged nightmares.
I don't think I've ever seen anything so awful.
So as you begin to move down the tunnel past this is a huge chamber, and the worm that lies in it has to be, most of it was buried, but even the part that was used as a bridge had pretty substantial, it had a, I don't want to use, I'll avoid using the G word, but it's quite wide. So the because I'm immature at heart. So you would have, if this worm was unburied, maybe 250 feet in length. Okay, so the cave is substantial, and as you move down the tunnel, leaving that dead worm in the chasm behind, you think the walls here could be as wide as maybe, the tunnel could be as wide as 25, maybe even 30 feet, and just as tall, you think. However, you're kind of walking down a funnel of webbing, that leaves you in about a 10 by 10 foot tunnel, like sort of a 10 foot, almost like circular tunnel with webs just clinging to everything. And you know, there are dark shapes inside the webs as your torches passed of many past victims, like husks of bodies and things like that, long buried in the webs here. And occasionally you catch a spider of, you know, maybe as big as your hand moving through the webs, paying you no heed, like not bothering with you, but they are moving about here still once in a while. Who's in the lead?
Well, yeah, there's no
Vigor?
problem. I
And
will be first. And,
I would say Arendor's going right after you.
okay,
I'd say we push him up. At least
Maybe the
Grenna's
next
gonna push
time.
him up.
yeah, absolutely. He's more than willing.
And or maybe you help me the next time I fight one of these sick worms or something.
And who is carrying torches is my next question.
I'll probably
also
be
carry
carrying
a
one. Yeah, I'll carry one as well.
Okay, so Alice and Grenna are both carrying a torch, and they
Jacques can go double fist the torches too. He's
okay,
my squire.
okay. Your
Double
squire
fist
has
the torches.
your squire's double fisting the torches, and like as the torches touch the webs, like they do burn, not to the point that the whole cave catches on fire, but you know, just like when you put a little bit of water on like cotton candy and it sort of recoils and contracts away, the same thing happens with these webs. Like the bit of flame sort of causes them to contract and melt away from the party. Until at last you come to a much larger chamber, and the tunnel sort of opens up into a great open space that is sort of surrounded, again, by webs, but there is much more room to move about here. And the air thickens as you step into the chamber. It's heavy with the stench of rot and damp silk. The walls curve upwards into a vast dome. Every surface draped in webs that glisten not like silver, but like black tar, pulsing faintly as though they're alive. The ground shudders underfoot, and beneath the strands, you hear the faint, restless crawling of countless unseen things. There is no floor here. It is tightly packed webs beneath your feet. At the chamber's heart, a monstrous shape stirs. A spider the size of a cottage hangs from the ceiling above. Her swollen body sagging with tumorous sacs that writhe from within. From her many eyes drip glowing green tears, each strand hardening into black threads as it falls to the ground. With every movement, leeches drop from her flesh and fall into the sort of the black and gray carpet of webbing ahead of you. She clearly realizes you're in her domain, and she lets out a low, rattling hiss. Half breath, half sob. One of her scythe-like legs carves a deep trench into the stone ceiling above. The webs seem to tighten and quiver, and you can hear whispering voices amongst the webs that are not your own.
There's a sharp like as Alice like just sees this and like gasps.
Arendor, your
Torch
elven
back in.
ally, sort of looks up at the ceiling and then back at all of you.
Syleth, you're up.
She says, Arendor says to you, I think she might be lost. Meaning, maybe can't be helped.
I don't
What
think
are we
there's a
supposed
cup
to
big
do?
enough to scoop it outside.
No. What are we supposed to do?
So originally you guys had talked about perhaps killing
Sure.
the leeches that were attached to her and trying to release her from the torment of the black goat. And Arendor looks at you, unsure. I don't want you to read this from out of character. Don't read this as the DM going, that won't work. But Arendor seems to have his doubts.
Mm-hmm.
I could continue. I have some healing magic. I could try
What
to
about
get
the
in
father?
He says,
Or Brother Jacob?
yeah, brother Jakob says, if we could get her off the roof, then I can attempt to heal wounds on her if I can get close enough.
there. So cut the.
No. We need her body on the ground, and then we can probably find a way to assess what might be the best way to help. But with her kind of up there, it looks bad, but we don't know how bad. And I'm not the first person to know what is even wrong with a spider, let alone how to heal it. So I'm kind of deferring to y'all on this one.
We could light the webs on fire, but that would just as quickly kill her and us. Perhaps.
Arendor motions down with his spear. I'm not sure if we light them on fire, if we'll have a floor beneath us.
Oh, good point.
Grenna is going to walk up, not like super close, but just a couple more feet, just to be a little bit ahead of the group. Is our flooring stable, or do we have to be very careful?
As you step out past Vagar, Grenna, the floor is soft, but firm enough to hold your weight. I would liken it to maybe a very stiff trampoline.
Okay. She's gonna crouch and like get on her knees in like a reverence pose, and she's going to take her sword out from its hilt and hold it and then just place it in front of her.
Okay.
Allow me to move your mini to make sure that you're the one.
Oh
moving up
yeah,
there.
And-
thank you.
and
I
by
don't
the
even know
way-
where we are on this map right now.
I was not prepared and I forgot to join the Zoom link. Could you let me in, please?
I got you.
I'm so sorry.
Um,
I've been waiting outside.
My bad.
she's been waiting outside. Let me in.
I came from outside the club.
So Grenna's trying to find some semblance of anything that she has learned about the black goat. And in her trainings, her trials and tribulations, if there is anything in this moment that she can lean on for some sort of further assistance, some actual advice from someone who's supposed to know what to do.
Okay.
She's feeling very self-conscious in this moment of really not knowing how to handle what she has been tasked to do.
So as you move forward and take a knee in front of Nilthera and sort of focus on your training, you watch these great green eyes, a multitude of them, and they seem to actually sort of glow dimly in the darkness of this chamber, because your torchlight only barely illuminates her up by the roof. And she looks down at you, and you can feel all of those eyes upon you, and you can see that about her mouth, where normally she would have like two great spider fangs, her entire face is clogged with what look like tentacles, but you now realize they're massive, like leeches that have grown to just ridiculous size, and dangle about her face. You don't know that she's even capable of biting. There's so many there. And you realize that although she is physically like a very intimidating specimen, the black goat corrupts the mind as much as it does the body, and Grenna feels that any sort of conflict here is going to be more than just a physical one.
Okay. She's gonna look up to Nalthara. And I think even though she knows there's probably no understanding, she still just utters the smallest prayer. Just saying, I really hope that we can bring you back. I promise we want to. We don't want to hurt you. We want to hurt what's inside of you.
The biggest of her eyes forms a great tear that drips off her face and falls like the entire length of the chamber and hits the webs in front of where you kneel. And as it touches the webbing, I would like Grenna to give me a wisdom saving throw.
Shit. Ooh! Shit. I'm gonna die. Okay. Okay, oh shit. That's a 15.
Is it prime?
My wisdom is not prime.
So as the teardrop strikes the web, you feel yourself pulled into its liquid and its moisture, and you feel like you have shrunk down, 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 and then you're no longer in the cave. And did we do our homework is my question. You are taken to a point in Grenna's past.
Oh. Okay.
What
So glad it's you first.
What point would that be?
Any point in her past?
Something where she
specific?
felt shame
Oh, okay.
or weakness.
I think it is we kind of get transposed into this memory where we're back in her hometown and she's a young teenager, 12, 13, barely, and she is supposed to be assisting her father at the dock, but she has decided to play hooky and run off into the next town over for some sort of festival with friends and some compatriots. There's an accident that her dad had that day where she was there. You know, nothing insane happened, but if she was there, it wouldn't have probably happened because he ended up being alone. And I think that there's this, when she you kind of get transposed through like quick shots of this memory, and then it settles on this final scene of her coming home, and she opens the door with such joy and so much like excitement, but immediately sees her father in bandages and her mother aiding him, and just feels this immediate drop, this sinking from head to toe to feet and beyond of just like shame and guilt and like just primal fear of like losing a loved one.
I'll jump in on that. So you see your father, you come in, and in the dream you find yourself like you're at the foot of his bed, and he's lying there unconscious, bandaged. You're not sure what caused the wounds or how he got them, and your mother just scowls down at you. And in a voice that only a mother can project upon a child, she says, Where were you?
I was in the next town over.
I called for you. And it like echoes and reverberates off the house's walls around you.
I'm sorry. I didn't know. I didn't think it was going to be important. It was just one day. It was just one day.
In a very uncharacteristic style of your mother, she steps towards you and raises a hand up above you, and I would like you to make another wisdom save.
That is a 6.
The hand falls with like crushing force. Absolute crushing force. And Grenna can take 11 points of damage. Those of you in the chamber, you watch as Grenna kneels before the great spider, and you begin to hear whispering voices, and some of you have met Grenna's mothers before, and you hear her voice reverberate out from the webs. Where were you? I called for you. And then an unseen force strikes Grenna, knocking her to the ground. A bit of blood trickles, from the corner of her mouth as you see your friend sort of try to regain back up to her knees. Would anyone like to do anything other than Grenna?
Rush to her.
I'll run up.
We both do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Put one hand on her.
As
lay on
Alice
hands.
and Vegard move towards her, dark shapes push out of the webbing to either side of you as
You
two
got us, Jeremy.
monstrous spiders come out of the webbing of the walls. And why don't we have either Alice or Vegard roll initiative?
Go for it, Alice.
All right. Ooh, you're going down. That's a 3.
Oh, I only got a 2. So,
Let's go.
So you guys can react. Basically think that like Grenna is just out of reach, and these spiders have sort of interposed themselves between the two of you. So what would Alice, what does Alice do?
Alice is like the spiders, the whispering, the unsteady floor, everything in her body is like red alert danger. The sword just comes down on this thing.
Absolutely. Let's roll to hit.
It's just full panic. That is a natural 20.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
Natural 20.
This is my like very, very kind, polite die.
So
First one I ever got.
roll your damage and then double it up for us.
Is that a good picture?
That's great.
That's a 6, so that's 12. So with my modifier, that's 14.
Yeah, you actually, we had the modifier beforehand and double it for this. That's just a little homebrew here.
16.
So 16 damage. You just slice this thing right in half. To quote
With a
our
panic
last
strike.
session, are we hot dog style or Hamburg style cutting it in half?
Oh, we're hot dog style.
Okay, hot dogging. I
Right
like
from
that.
top
I like
down.
that.
Yeah.
Vegard, how about yourself?
I think I'm more concerned at this point with my friend having her. I want to lay on hands, put my shield up for the other spider, and just like go helmet to helmet. You know what I mean? And just be like, "That's not your mother," and then just lay on hands.
Okay, so how much are we healing Grenna for?
6.
Okay, and I'm going to give this spider an attack on you.
Okay.
I feel 6 better, thank you.
I feel so 6 better.
15?
Negative.
No, so this massive spider sort of grabs onto your shield. It's a couple of its arms gripping around it and its fangs coming up over the top, but you're not struck by any of that. You then hear the twang of bows behind you as Erendor and Jacques fire arrows, striking the spider.
Oh, Jacques.
It lets out a hiss, and black ichor drains from the body as the spider, the weight of the spider falls from your shield there, Vhagar. Grenna, you can give me another wisdom save. In the room, though, your mother has struck you, and you've managed to regain your feet.
13.
And what would Grenna in her, what does 12-year-old, 13-year-old Grenna do?
I think in that moment, because it schisms from the memory, I think she gets up and she's sobbing and she's holding her face and she's just like, why would you do that? I didn't mean no harm. You didn't have to do that. And she's like getting afraid and fear. And I think everyone else on the outside is starting to see that panic and that veneer really start to crack and break away. And she's like, she's trembling, she's shaking, and there's tears down her face.
Grenna watches as her mother's face contorts and her eyes take on the appearance of large green spider-like eyes. Another set of them growing from her chin and another set growing from her forehead as her face begins to change. And so you said you rolled a 13.
I did.
So she strikes you again. This time only doing 3 damage, though. Pardon me, 4. 4 damage.
4? Okay.
Mm-hmm. And you guys watch as Grenna's body is again racked by an impact that you cannot see. Brother Jakob bolts across the webbing to reach you, and you hear him cry out as the webs sort of begin to, those black oily webs begin to engulf him. And as you look back, you can see that he's about halfway to you, Vhagar, but he is buried up to his waist already. Something is pulling him beneath them.
Behind us.
With the exception of Grenna, we're not in combat. What would the two of you like to do?
I'm gonna drag her back. I'm gonna grab her like across the chest with the shield up, facing the super mega awesome spider, and just take a step back to get to, who would you say was sunk?
Jakob.
Brother Jakob.
Yeah, at least get Grenna behind Alice to, you know what I mean, to get her to a spot. I'll drag her back.
Okay, so you begin to drag her back. Grenna, as your mother strikes you again, this unseen force sort of wraps you, and there's a great deal of comfort in it. You don't know who it is or what it is, but you feel marginally safer as it pulls you back towards the door of your family's home.
I think...
Yeah, go ahead.
Very quickly, there is that weird dichotomous moment where like she's still in the dream, but even though it's a comforting feeling, so like when you grab her, she starts to fight you immediately until she kind of like has this recollection and she softens and is actually like, she's hyperventilating, but she's not fighting you.
Yeah. I would go strength.
So Vhagar begins to drag Grenna away. Alice, what do you do?
Are there any other guys up here attacking us?
You are now the most forward person in the party. There's nothing,
Okay.
with the exception of Nulthara hanging above you, there's nothing.
Seeing that he's kind of going back and like these are his friends. These are like their friends, and I think Alice is like aware a little bit that she's the newcomer and whatever's happening is personal. And I think that she kind of like levels her sword and is scanning the room, just breathing hard, and stares up at the spider.
As you look up, a wet green drop touches your forehead, a tear from Nulthara. I'd like you to make a wisdom saving throw.
It's fine because I'm super wise. That's a
I
6.
don't believe that.
So it drops on your forehead and you feel it run down sort of the bridge of your nose and drop into one of your eyes. And you then find yourself in a familiar space. You tell me where you are.
I think that the soft webs give way to soft grass. It's all very foggy for Alice. But there are like the knees of her parents in front of her. And the only thing that she's aware of in this moment is that she's 11 and she's not supposed to turn around. And there's a pit of dread in her stomach that is just black. The type of fear that, like, it doesn't set in.
Okay.
Has much more room to grow inside of her, and it will.
You can hear your father's voice. Look at him, he says.
Mm-mm.
Alice. And you guys can hear this voice reverberating out from the webbing. Like the webs are like some sort of, you know, vocal cords moving in synchronous to mimic You've never met Alice's father, but it's a man's voice coming out. And
Am I hearing this in my dream as well? Am I still in this weird pseudo dream, or am I coming out
you
of it?
can
and
hear
now
it
hearing
very
her?
softly, like as you're being pulled back away from your mother.
Weird.
You can
Okay.
sort of softly hear this man's voice saying, "Look
Okay.
at him."
Okay.
Am I me or am I 11 right now?
You're 11.
Just like as a... Okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
We were playing.
He's gone.
No, he's not.
Alice, he's gone. You need to look at him.
No, he's not. She grips the sword in her hand tighter.
You can hear your mother weeping. And even though it sounds like grief and mournful, Alice hears resentment and bitterness sort of underneath it all. Go ahead and make me a wisdom save.
Oh wait, that was a D10.
That's okay. Try again.
That's an 8. After I talked big about these books being kind to me.
Yeah, so go ahead and take 6 points of damage. Vhagar, you think as you pull Grenna back away, you think you can hear Alice crying. And you can hear this man's voice echoing off the walls. Grenna, you watch as whatever it is pulling you back pulls you further and further and further, and then into light as you leave the front door of your family's cottage, and you're back in the chamber. Vhagar has an arm over you. Beside you, you can see Jakob sort of like someone in quicksand struggling to grab onto parts of the web to stop himself from slipping deeper. At the entrance, you can see Arendor drawing another arrow, and as well as Jacques loading his crossbow, and standing where you were kneeling, your sword still on the ground from where you put it down. Alice just looking skyward at Nulthara with her sword gripped in her hand. White-knuckled in her hand.
coming to, there's this really uncomfortable, like, jolting of that reality being spilled back into her brain. So I think she takes a second and she, like, once again is shocked and not fighting you, but definitely, like, just scared and kind of, like, scrambles in your arms. And after seeing where Alice is, just goes, grab Alice. I got brother. Grab her. And I'm, like, forcing myself up, and I will, like, start forcing my way over to Brother Jakob, and, like, while I'm getting up, using you and your shoulder, like, pushing you in the direction of Alice, all in this, like, very hurried motion. And I'm gonna go try and get Brother Jakob.
Okay, let's have you make a strength check as you pull on Jakob, trying to help him out. And this is significantly reduced because you're sort of helping as opposed to doing it all on your own, because he is pulling as well. Vegard, what do you do?
As soon as I see her come to, and back on duty, run right back into the fray. Nilthara, please, we're here to help you. And just, try to echo that through the walls, and then get to Alice. Same, because it worked before. I will try again.
Okay.
Same positioning, and just, drag back and say, it's not them.
All right.
Shake it. Good.
Alice, you can feel your father's hand on your shoulder now. And in a very embittered voice, you hear, and just like grinding through teeth beside your ear, you turn around right now and you look at your brother.
I fight him. I'm just, like, trying to run past him.
Okay, give me a wisdom saving throw.
Well. That's an 11.
Okay, so
12.
the dice have decided to tell their story tonight. So Vegard, as you get closer, you can see Alice is looking skyward, and she has bloodied tears rolling out of the corners of her eye. And Alice, as your father's grip tightens, you're going to take 10 points of damage. And Vegard, you hear like the snap of a collarbone.
Oh no. Okay.
And Alice kind of cries out. And your focus is on her. And you yell out to Nulthara. And then you reach Alice, only to realize the great spider guardian has descended from the roof on a long black cable-like thread, and you are surrounded by eyes. Two great eyes to your left and right, and a maw of writhing leeches that are, bigger than your arm. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, that's a good. Yeah. 13, and I'm not.
Is it prime?
That's not my. No. Prime is muscles and.
So tell me where Vegard gets lost in those green pools, all looking at him. They look through him into his deepest, sort of darkest parts. Where does Vegard find himself?
I think you see an image of 100 different images, like a spider's eye, as it, as you focus in, you see a riverbank. It is got tall, reeds, and it's got the lilies. And you see Vegard on patrol as security for King Takar. and you hear the giggling of and laughter of a woman. You hear King Takar saying, "I told you to knock it off. You're going to get hurt." I'm paying attention to King Takar, and I'm looking into the folks that are kind of watching him on his daily stroll as a splash happens in the water. Instinctively go to the water, trudge through and pull Princess Isabel from the water. And as we get to the bank, it's something that he's never felt because of his duty on his best friend and now king. There's a bit of a spark, and I think there's a flash forward where there's more glances as we walk through gardens to the point where he's on duty and gets pulled behind a pillar during a ball, and the conversation is always getting more intense. You hear in the background things like, you're betrothed, you have more to the kingdom than what would ruin you with myself. And there's finally a kiss. And
I'll just pause you there for a second. I don't want you to fall off track, but everyone in the chamber can begin to hear a cacophony of like cello instruments, like string instruments, like cellos or soft horns, and instead of hearing like other people's voices, you start to hear like Vhagar's voice, and it sounds like he's scolding himself for duty, for honor, and things like that. And back at you now, Vhagar. Go ahead.
But once the kiss occurs and he gets the sense that she has strong feelings, his drive towards what someone's justice is and what someone's righteousness is and her choices tends to shift where his current vector is towards just protecting the king.
Give me a wisdom save at that point.
Okay. 14. Fantastic.
And it's not prime, right?
No.
You are lost in her kiss. You have found sort of an everlasting peace here. Those of you in the cave, though, with the exception of Alice, because Alice is still in her nightmare. Grenna, you watch as one of Nulthara's leeches like sort of washes over Vhagar's lips and begins to disappear down his throat. Vhagar, you don't realize this, but you're choking, and I'd like you to take 4 points of damage.
Okay.
Grenna, and let's jump to Alice for a moment. Alice, you try to push away from your father, and that grip will not let up, and he's hurting you. And I would assume that this isn't how things actually went down, and you now know that like this is a modified version of your memory. It's being twisted on you.
This is her inner child that she's embodying. Yeah.
And now your mother sort of puts herself in front of you, looking into your eyes. And she says, "You didn't even apologize to us."
Nothing happened.
Oh, something happened, Alice. That's why you need to look at him.
He's asleep.
He's not asleep,
We just played too
Alice.
rough, that's all. He's asleep.
Make another wisdom save for me.
God, I keep putting my D20 to the side and looking for my fucking D10. Ooh, okay. That's a 17.
And is it prime?
It is prime.
All right. So, Grenna, as you're like watching this horrific thing happen to Vhagar, what was your strength check?
I got a 17.
And is that prime?
It is not.
Okay, but you do have a bonus on that because Brother Jakob's helping. So you are pulling, he's sort of emerging back out of the silk. His sort of knee down is still twisted up, and you're helping him get free. You look at the horrible thing happening to Vhagar, and then you hear Alice scream, like at the top of her lungs. He's asleep, and it just kind of, it reverberates through. And Alice, you break that dream. Now, I would like just a little bit of guidance from everyone. Arendor and Jacques can fire. Would you like them to fire their bow and crossbow? And if so, at what?
No.
No? So Grenna gives them a look like, don't you dare shoot those things.
Oh, I'm gagging effort.
Okay.
If anything, she gives that look and she's going to say, finish getting him up. I'm going to grab them. And then I'm going to need your help as well. I'm taking out of, like, my person. I have just a length of rope.
Mm-hmm.
I'm making a very shoddy, like, noose-like thing with it. And I am going to try to literally play fish with my friends and fish them out of this and not try to get within the vicinity to have this happen to me again.
Okay.
So I'm literally going to try to get this rope around Alice and then try to, like,
yeah, who are you going to lasso?
pull her back
Who are you going to lasso first? Alice looks like she's come out of her dream state.
Okay, if she looks like she's coming out of it, then I will focus on Vhagar.
Okay.
And I'll kind of yell.
And Alice, just before I have Grenna make checks for the lasso and everything, like, you wake up and what you see is Vhagar choking on a leech beside you, and other leeches beginning to, like tentacles sort of wrap around his shoulders, and this cottage-sized spider hangs right in front of the two of you.
She, on the ground, I think at this point, leans and vomits as her body rejects the truth.
Okay.
And her ears ringing, her sight kind of closing in, she turns to Vhagar and just kind of like, she grabs the leech from his mouth and tries to pull it free.
Okay, give me a strength check.
That is a 16. That's a 16 plus 2. Plus level is 5. So
nice.
A lot,
nice.
Prime.
And Prime?
Yeah.
And Prime?
A
So,
lot, Prime.
Yeah.
Vhagar, lost in your kiss with the princess.
Oh, it was a leech kiss?
And,
okay.
and suddenly,
Please.
suddenly, she's torn from you. You hear a scream, not in disappointment. It sounds more like a scream of anger that resonates through the cave, and you feel sort of the last of that leech get tugged out of your body, and Alice rips the leech out. And Grenna, you're welcome to throw the lasso now if you'd like.
Absolutely would like to, yes.
Go ahead and give me an attack. Just use your weapon, like your sword. Just give me
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. So that's a natural 20. I shit you not. I will take a picture of it.
So the lasso hooks over Vhagar just perfectly.
My boy.
And then you give him a yank, and he sort of tumbles backwards away from the spider's reach. As you do that, you feel Jacques and Arendor sort of come sliding in across the silk floor and grab hold of Jakob. And Alice, you have one of these leeches in your hand, and I'm just going to ask for everyone to give me an initiative check. Well, whoever's rolling for the initiative for this side this turn.
Go for it, Grenna.
Okay. That's a D10, right?
Yes.
Initiative is D10?
Yes.
That's what it is. Okay. I was like, there's a D10 somewhere in here. We roll it for some sort of reason. Okay. That is a 10. That is a 00.
Nice.
That's
nice.
Is a 00 a 10 or a 1?
No, it's a 10. It's a 10. It's a 10.
Okay. Yeah, I got a 00.
Double
so
zero would be 10. Okay, so you guys can act first. Alice, maybe we'll start with you because you have one of these leech bodies in your hand. Its head buried in the face of Nilthara. You've got it by the tail, so to speak. And there's about 10 of them embedded in her face.
Okay. I think I'm not going to push my luck. I think that realistically what Alice would do is rip it from the spider and begin tearing it apart with her hands.
Okay, give me a strength check.
That was so smart, by the way.
I'm rolling really good. I'm not making it up. I promise. That's a 19.
Nice,
+2,
nice.
+5. 24.
24? Okay.
24 prime.
With
This is
a
the dice of extreme.
With a sick sucking sound, like you feel the leech start to let go, and then you sort of give it the old heave-ho, and it comes the rest of the way. You are splattered with like spidery ichor-like blood as it detaches, and you begin to try to pull this leech apart in your hands.
Her eyes are just blank, and she's not seeing anything. It's just white.
It's just like rage at this point.
More like total shock.
Okay. Vagard, what do? You are in front of you're a few feet in front of Nilthara on your butt because you were dragged from behind by a rope.
No ballroom. Eyes.
The ballroom is gone, but you feel like you can still smell her. Like her perfume from the ball?
Alice is ripping out.
You watch Alice tear one of those leech-like creatures off the face of Nilthara.
Brilliant. I was going to longsword this thing, but that is very wise. And I start, going to strength check.
Yeah. So you run over and grab one as well and pull on it?
Yeah. Wait.
That is a
Whoa, that's a 4. Whoopsie poopsie.
So you
level,
grab it and pull, but its slippery body sort of slides through your hands.
I must take these gauntlets off.
Grenna, what would you like to do?
Does it look like what they're doing is working in some sort of way, or does it look like they're just taking out revenge on this creature for messing with their mind?
You haven't had an opportunity to see any kind of reaction from Nilthara yet.
Yeah.
But Alice was successful in detaching one. Remind me.
That's a bad idea.
Remind me. Alice had a leech attached to her at one point, and she could hear the voices and things like that. But I can't remember if you relayed that to the party or not around the campfire.
She did.
Okay.
And in fact, she cut it out of herself in front of Thora.
Okay. Oh, I forgot about Thora. We got to get Thora involved this round.
Yeah.
Silent. Ooh, magic missile.
Where are the flesh sacks? Where are the gross sacks, tumorous sacks?
Yeah.
on the spider, where are they?
All over
I see
her.
them.
All over her. What do you call a spider's abdomen? The thorax.
Thorax.
Is that the correct? I know that's on some insects. I'm just not sure if it's correct for a spider. But yes.
I think so.
My spider anatomy is maybe not perfect, but you know what I'm saying. The big bulbous.
I know what you mean.
Body. Yeah. They're all over her there.
I'm gonna turn to our good friend Wizard Man. Do you think you could magic missile them? Shoot
Sure.
them from afar.
Sure. Let's say So you watch as Silas steps into the cave for the first time.
See if it
He
does
begins to twist his hands as he summons the energy for the spell and releases a set of magic missiles up, striking the spell.
I'm specifically paying attention to her reaction after he hits her.
Yeah.
He hits her.
So he does, and you want him to hit one of the sacks, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, it bursts, and nothing right out of your nightmares. Sort of this vomitous pus explodes from the sack, raining down. And I'll ask Alice and Vagard, who are directly beneath her, to give me a dex save.
Sorry.
Ooh. Me? This is not prime. Oh gosh, a 9.
That's an
13.
18 prime.
Alice has an 18 prime. Vagard,
13, not prime.
13 not prime. So, Alice, you managed to sort of sidestep the rain of this. Unfortunately, Vagard is not as fortunate, and as the sort of dark brown ochre-like pus rains down on you, Vagard, it is filled with tiny leech-like parasites, and Alice, you can see a number of them attached to Vagard.
Oh, come on. Okay, cool.
Oh no.
Oh, I see the revenge now from last night's session. Okay, I got you.
Grenna, you still have a turn technically. You just sort of directed Silas. Or do we want? We can have Thora go first if you'd like.
Yeah, just because I'm more of a upfront melee, and this seems a little bit more range for her. So I'm trying to keep a mitigation of like what is actually happening versus what we need to do.
Absolutely.
Because for her, this is so foreign. So I think I want to definitely be distance-wise in between the two that are approached closer and the rest of the party that's in behind. I don't want to be all grouped up, so I want to kind of move myself to be in my own area, but I'm watching both groups.
So what would we like Thora to do?
Done.
I feel like we can have Thora come in swinging with her axe to cut leeches off. We could have Thora just attack Nulthara. We could have Thora follow Alice's lead and grab a leech and tug. What would we like to do?
Maybe if she like cleaves some of the leeches, they're easier to grab if they're dead. And we could just kind of like shovel them out.
Okay, let's
Grab the inside of the
let's
mouth.
do that. I will roll for Thora. Oh my god!
So gross.
I have a nat 20 here. What's that? Everybody else is rolling 20s. Why can't I get in on the action? So Thora swings her axe, and another one is cleaved from Nulthara's face. So if there were 10 leeches before, there are now 8 large leeches on Nulthara. Arendor and Jacques finish pulling Jakob out of the webbing that he slipped through. And the three of them have now all regained their feet behind you. Which only leaves Grenna if there's anything else Grenna would like to do this turn.
No, I'll just ready my attack for if something gets close enough to me.
Okay. She immediately twists up on her body, grabbing that long black cable-like thread that hangs from the roof, and Nulthara slides back up that. Alice, Thora, and Vagard are welcome to take attacks of opportunity as she retreats. Actually, before that, before that, I actually need it's her turn currently. So Vagard, go ahead and give me a wisdom save.
Bummer. I wish I studied harder in school. Yeah, 13.
Okay.
That's my magic number.
And that's not prime. So Alice and Thora may attack as Nulthara climbs her cable. Would you like to do that?
Can I attack grabbing another leech.
Yeah, you can totally
presumably?
grab for another one as she retreats.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Go ahead and do that. Give me a strength check. And I'm going to have Thora then swing for another leech. Oh, I went from
That's
a
a
nat
natural
20.
one.
That's what I rolled. Are you kidding?
Hey, twins!
So I went from a nat 20 to a nat 1, and then you're at a nat 1 now.
Let's go.
So I'm going to say that you and Thora sort of collide as you sprawl to, and go prone onto the webbing floor. Vhagar, Isabella is standing beside you in the cave. Her eye all swollen like someone has harmed her. And the two of you are surrounded by orcs. And she's like the damsel in distress. Help me, Vhagar, she says.
Yeah, there's no question there. There you go. We'll definitely run forward, looking for some sort of trying to make sense of how we are here. Looking for the king, but his hands on her shoulder, just kind of, interposed, but just looking for how we're here and where the king is as well.
Okay. Do you want to attack an orc?
Oh, I can.
Go ahead and give me an attack.
Oh, there we go.
That's a 26.
Nice. So just as you're about to reach this orc, another orc collides with it suddenly, and they fall to the ground in front of you. And you bring your sword down on one, and roll me some damage and give that to Alice.
Oh no, this is gonna kill me. I only have 9 hit points.
That's 10 damage.
10 damage!
Man, it was a pleasure.
That's not good. She's not even level 1, dude. That's not good.
Grenna, you watch as Vhagar, he's covered in that brownish fluid that came out of the sack, and you can see all kinds of little leech-like creatures all over his face and neck, and he just turns and he cleaves down on Alice.
No.
I think I immediately run over to him and arm him around I'm gonna choke him. I'm gonna choke him out.
I gotta choke him out.
I think it's like reactionary because like her instinct is like she's seen like knights at the training, kind of squabbling and fighting. Like her first reaction is just to get them away from each other. I don't think she's even put together that like he cleaves her. Like it does, there's that disconnect of reality once again because everything is so crazy and hazy. So I think she just runs up to him and just yanks him back off of her and drops him. I'm not gonna hold him there. I'll drop him, but gets him away from her.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then screams and runs over to Alice. Is there anything that I can do?
You can, if you have bandages, you could apply bandages.
She is beginning to interface with her brother, I think, as she's like unconscious and dying and bleeding out.
I don't have any bandages.
So you run over to Alice and it's a pretty bad wound. Vhagar really
I'm
connected.
I think I'm just trying to composite her body in a way and put pressure on the wound, and I think she's screaming over, somebody please help me, somebody please help me. This is really bad. This is really, really bad.
Let's roll initiative for a new round. Who would like to roll?
I
rolled already.
Together. I'll do this. I need to redeem myself. Better fix by Thursday. 10.
10. Nice. So Vhagar,
we love a 10.
You swat an orc down in front of you, and then in your mind, Princess Isabel sort of gets in the way and knocks you back a bit, and then a very tiny orc, maybe even a goblin, runs in front of you, and it shouts at you. Go ahead and give me a wisdom save.
I was under the impression that I missed and hit Isabel.
No,
that's what I missed.
In your mind,
Okay.
Isabel. In your mind, Alice is the orc, and
Oh.
and Isabel replaced what Grenna did to you. Like Isabel knocks you backwards, and then a small orc runs in front of you, yelling at you. And I would like you to make a wisdom save.
Who's
Fantastic. 14. Good night, everybody.
So Vagard, this little orc is screaming at you threateningly, and Isabel's like, "Get rid of it, Vagard!"
I'm super confused now. The orc?
The orc!
The baby orc?
Kill it!
I could not.
Kill it or it'll kill us!
Cannot. Yes. And I'll push it backwards, and then...
Give me a strength check.
Yes, okay. Okay. It's 21.
So,
forgot
those of
I'm
you
on
in
the
the
ground.
cave, Jacques, Vagard's squire, runs in front of him and says, "This isn't you! Remember your oath to the lily! Remember your oath!" And Vagard throws him to the side. And the kid tumbles.
Is Brother Jacob to me yet?
Yes, what would you like him... So he has a bunch of options here, and because we're working
Okay.
as an NPC, what would you like him to do?
I would like him to heal Alice as quick as possible. And
Yes.
while he takes over my pressure of hands on her cleaved wound, I am going to run up to Vagard and punch him square in the face.
Yeah.
Go ahead and do that. Give me an
Whenever
attack
my
roll.
turn comes around. Whenever my turn comes around. But
Grenna, take it
100% what
take
I'm
it
gonna do.
right now, Grenna. Give us your
Yeah.
best uppercut. Fly like a butterfly, sting like a
Yeah, sting like a bee. He's
Get 'em.
getting...
Two of
Okay,
these.
so that's... What do I add for an unarmed strike?
bee. You would add your base attack
Just my
bonus
level?
plus your strength bonus.
Okay. Okay, so that is 17.
Hope he's hungry for a knuckle sandwich.
I don't know if I hit you. I don't think I hit you with the 17.
You did not, unfortunately.
I'm gonna say that you did hit him. You just don't do any damage.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
That's exactly, yes, that's kind of what I'm looking for. She's looking to wake him up. I don't want to do damage. I don't want to hurt my friend. But she's looking to try to knock him out of whatever stupor he is in because it is heavier than whatever Alice and I went through.
okay. Thora gets up and
No.
is just effing pissed. What would we like Thora to do?
No! Yeah. I know what Thora would do if.
Yeah, what would-
Grenna
yeah,
felt-
what would
if
she
Grenna
do?
punched me, I'm positive.
Okay, let's have her do that. Let's have her do that.
Yeah, let's do it.
Plus that's plus with a strength 17. I think I got the same as Grenna.
Yeah, she doesn't do damage, but she hits me.
Yeah, so no, she's punching Vagard. So the two of you
She's
the
also
two of you
punching Vagard.
the two of you sort of hem in Vagard, and he certainly can't get out. Arendor fires an arrow, trying to catch one of the leeches on the face of seeing what you guys have done. He's just going to follow suit. He misses, and it ricochets off her chitinous body.
Ooh,
Alice,
good.
you like that word? You like that word?
Yeah.
Alice, in the darkness of near death, you're standing at the foot of a grave on a hillside, and it's open. There's a deep hole in front of you. You cannot see who's at the bottom, but you know who's at the bottom. You're alone.
The adult Alice kind of looks down into it.
Yeah, you're not childhood Alice. You are fully grown Alice.
I'm alone.
There's no answer to that.
Philip! Philip, I can't find you. Philip, stop hiding and come back out. The game's over.
There's no answer.
She's gonna, I think, sink slowly to her knees and is going to peer into the grave.
You're looking down into that dark hole, and then you hear a voice. As sure as the sun rises in the east each morn and sets in the west, I call upon you, Orion, to bring our friend back to us. And light begins to fill everything, and you want to see what's in the bottom of the pit, but soon,
she's grasping
there's
for it.
light everywhere, and you are healed 7 hit points as Brother Jakob brings you back from the nothingness. And you find yourself on the floor, and absolute disarray around you, and a massive black shape up by the ceiling moving about, and 2 bright darts of light streak up towards it as Silas casts magic missile again at her.
What a scene. Like the darkness and the lights and everything.
It's the 2 bolts of magic find their connection, and there is a rattling hiss from above, and the webs around you all begin to reverberate those memories that you've fed them. Grenna can hear her mother, and Alice can hear her father. Vagard can hear himself, even in his current state, echoing his oath, and I'm gonna have everyone give me a wisdom check. Wisdom save, technically.
Golly, I'm done.
Oh boy.
Vagar, nice.
21.
15 prime.
What?
Oh, buddy.
So, Grenna got a 21.
Yeah.
Grenna, for the first time, a bit of clarity just lays upon you, and you know that that's not your father, that he's not here. The things that happened in that dream are not real. Alice and Vagard each take 2 points of damage as their psyche is rattled from everything that they're hearing. The huge spider above you recoils and twists upon the ceiling, and it's initiative again.
Who's up?
I'll do it.
Oh, I did not roll well. I think you might have this.
That's a 4.
You go ahead. I got a 3. Vagard, I'd like to start with you. So 2 orcs are pounding upon your armor with hammers, but they're not actually harming you. The little orc that you threw aside is throwing curses from the ground where he lies.
He's angry. Sorry. I'm trying to stab his papa.
What would you like to do?
I will try to clear a path with the princess, grabbing her as close as I can under the shield and just hack my way to safety. It's the best thing I can think of. I can't give up.
Give me an attack roll.
Stay with me. We'll get to your brother soon.
Well, these things I don't miss.
So that's a 19.
Does a 19 hit, Grenna? Give Grenna some damage, Vhagar.
Oh boy.
Oh, it's the +1 sword too, so that's pretty tight. Not the worst
Love
friend
it.
ever.
I love it. Please.
Yes, that's gonna
Make me
be
bleed.
11.
11 damage.
I'm the
Yikes!
worst. I'm sorry.
Yikes!
Okay.
I'd love to be able to save.
Okay.
I'm not doing this on purpose. I like you guys. I want to stay friends.
And you push your way.
Oh yeah, no, this is great.
You push your way. You
We love
strike the one orc, and that creates a big enough gap that you then charge through that, and you're dragging Isabel. Is it Isabel or Isabella?
Isabella.
Or
Whatever, that's fine.
You're pulling
Well,
Isabella behind you. Oh yeah. When you are struck from behind by one of the bigger orcs, like a battering ram, and
Laura got me.
and you, yes, she did, and you go tumbling to the ground, and she's on your legs.
Isabel!
She's on your legs. There's this massive orc on your legs. You don't know where Isabel has gone, and then the little orc lunges at you, and he's clawing at your face. Those of you in the cave can see that Thora has pinned Vhagar by his waist as Jacques tries to pull the little tiny leeches off of Vhagar's face and neck as they're desperately trying to bring Vhagar back around. Vhagar, you can make a wisdom save at this point as well.
Yeah. Let me see.
Good juju.
There's the natural 20. As I'm like,
A nat 20?
Isabel! Natural 20. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
excellent.
That's not prime.
No,
So it's like
so it's not prime.
20.
So actually, so what was the total?
23 with level, correct? Yeah.
Yes. So as like these orcs are pulling and tackling you, suddenly like it all melts away. You can see Jacques. He has the most concerned look upon his face that you've maybe ever seen on the boy. Even more concerned than he was when he was in the swamp and was hearing voices. And he's pulling these tiny little leeches off of you, and Thora's got you held down by sort of the hips. She's probably using very abrasive language about you.
Classic. Did not expect this.
Alice and Grenna, what would the two of you, who would like to go next? You tell me.
You want to take it?
Sure. Oh god, I'm stabbed and I'm very hurt. I am very, very, very hurt. I just want to punch Vhagar again, but that's not gonna do anything. It didn't work the first time. He stabbed me.
I'm back.
Yeah, I punched him, he stabbed me. I'm not doing that again. I don't want to get stabbed again. I think... I don't got no rage. I'm just gonna start hacking leeches off the big spider because at this point I think I have enough clarity to understand.
She's up on the roof. She's up on the roof.
Oh, she moved
I
back
will
up.
let you reach her if you'd like to start climbing.
No, God, no, not in this state. Absolutely not. I'm so screwed. This is why playing sometimes melee is really scary. She's just gonna back up. She's gonna try to create space from that thing, get closer to Brother Jacob to make sure that he's okay. Also wherever our lovely wizard is.
Yeah. I picture Silas
right now
at the
she's
very
scared.
mouth opening to this chamber. He's not.
Yeah, she's gonna start backing up towards him, but not to him.
Okay.
I think she's scared. She's very, very hurt. She doesn't know what to do. Doesn't know how to fix this problem. So I think she's
You
gonna move back.
You
and
watch
hold-
Silas as he continues to pull tiny threads of energy out of the air, twist them in his hands into intricate shapes, and again bolts of light fire from his hands up at Nulthara. Another leech falls from the ceiling from the spider guardian's face. The elf Arendor draws his bow and fires again. This time he does hit one of the leeches, but it doesn't die, but there's an arrow in one of them. And Brother Jakob comes to your side and heals you, Grenna. Again, calling on the power of Orion, the god of the sun, the god of light, the god of knowledge. 7 points of damage are healed from you.
Okay.
And
Better.
you watch as one side of Nilthara, her legs convulse, and she kicks loose of the ceiling. But the other side of her won't let go, and she sort of precariously swings and is dangling awkwardly above you just for a moment, and then she falls. And I'm gonna have Grenna and Father Jakob give me a dexterity saving throw.
It's on the ground now.
I'm good at this. This is a primary stat. Everybody get out of the way. I'm agile like a cat.
I'm like 80.
Make we.
So that's... Sorry, 18. Primary.
Okay. Like a great boulder, she falls from the ceiling, impacting the webbing. Grenna makes it away. Father Jakob not so fortunate, as her great girth sort of slams into her, and you hear a tearing and a strain on the net as her great body and Father Jakob disappear through the floor.
Oh no.
Does all this happen before my turn?
Alice, you're welcome to react because we haven't gotten to you yet. Okay. So go ahead.
Okay.
What would Alice like to do?
She'd like to follow.
So you're going to go down into the darkness beneath the floor? Okay.
Me and my 5 hit points are going for a ride.
Are you going to... Would you like to use some webbing to descend? Like, there's plenty of it as it's torn and shredded.
Yes. Rangers have an ability called Scale, where we can scale naturally.
Absolutely.
Non-hazardous terrain without a check. Is it hazardous? It sounds hazardous.
I'm not going to... No, I'll say... I won't count it as hazardous. But, okay. Like, it's... Again, the webs are more like... The webs are more like veins. You actually can feel a pulse in them as you descend them, and you find a chamber beneath the first one. It's like another pocket, almost identical to the size of the room above you. It's very dark. Her body hit the floor here and has rolled off in one direction, and a bit of light from above just kind of filters down through the tear onto Alice, and she stands in sort of this cone of twilight with blackness all around her, and then these green eyes begin to appear in the darkness, maybe 15 feet from you. I think that's everybody now, right? Has anyone not got to go this turn? Vhagar, the Thora and Jacques continue to just tug and pull away at you.
Yeah, I'm back. I am so sorry.
As you say that, the kid hugs you.
It is okay. We must stay on task, friend.
Let's roll initiative.
Alice.
Alice.
I love the tomato.
6.
Thank you.
You guys are going to get to go first. So just to set the scene, the chamber that you're in, there is a second chamber beneath it that pretty much mimics the one you're in. Okay, Nilthara, Brother Jakob, and Alice are somewhere down there, and I'm going to do their actions last. So let's start with everybody that's in the chamber sort of above. So would anyone like to take an action? You can't see any enemies, and everything has fallen through the floor.
I'm going to go to the edge and hold my action for movement.
Okay.
If either Brother Jakob or Alice call out for help.
Okay. So you run to the edge and you look down, and in the little bit of... Like, there are still torches up on your level.
I'll take my action to bring a torch over and try to drop a torch down.
Okay.
them.
Okay. So
I will give more in a second.
you can see Alice in sort of like this pillar of twilight from the chamber above, and as you drop the torch down and it falls, Alice, the room illuminates, and there is Nulthara like 15 feet from you, and she's massive, and she only now has 6 of those leech things left, stuck in the massive ones stuck in her face, and one of her eyes is no longer a dark, sort of glowing, ominous green. It's changed to a softer blue. Anybody else in the above chamber before we jump down to Alice and Nulthara and Brother Jakob?
1 second, I'm playing with toys.
That's okay.
All right.
Yeah, that was all
I appreciate your playing.
Grenna will feel like my shoulder just slam into her as I dive straight down into this thing.
Okay.
So I'll try to grab something, but I'm just nonstop. I've known
As you leap off, as you like put your foot down on the edge and you're about to leap down, you tell me, like, are we doing a rain of fire attack through the air? I don't know if anybody's seen the movie Rain of Fire, but like, are you leaping down onto Nulthara? Are you leaping to land beside Alice? What are you doing?
On Nulthara. I'm going straight for the mouth.
Are we attacking, or are we just trying to land on her?
If I can see a leech, I'm going for a leech. If I have like 1 second to see a leech, like that's the prime objective.
Then let's have Vhagar make an attack. He pushes past Grenna. He leaps into the opening. He falls and swings at one of the leeches on the face of Nulthara.
Okay, 22.
22. That is a hit. How much damage?
10.
Nice. You totally cut through a leech. There's only 5 now left on her, and Alice watches as Vhagar like swipes through and then hits the ground. I would like Vhagar to give me a dexterity check to stick the landing. Okay.
Okay, is a 7 good?
A 7 is not great. So you don't stick the landing. It's kind of a hard landing, and you maybe your knee connects with a rock or something beneath the webs. You take another 3 damage from that.
Okay. Well,
a few more of the eyes turn blue. Silas and Jacques come to the edge, as well as Arendor, and they unleash ranged attacks. Arendor hits. Oh, I got a runaway dice here. That does not kill, but it does wound another leech. Silas will fire magic missiles. Again, bolts of light streak in from above. With Arendor's damage, that kills another, and there is only 4 left on her. And Jacques fires his crossbow. Oh, no. Jacques missed horribly, and because Vhagar is in combat with her, does a 13 does not hit Vhagar, though, so it does not... it was a close call. Your squire almost shot you. I think he yells from above, sorry!
In the wise words of Rick Moranis, keep firing, assholes. I'll just... yeah.
And poor Brother Jakob is nowhere to be seen. Grenna, you've held your action. You've seen everything unfold. Yep. What would you like to do?
I'm jumping down, I guess, to be with my friends.
I'm going to say Thora jumps with you then. The two of you jump side by side.
Yeah, I think we kind of just nod at each other, and I think me and my broken-bodied state is just like, clinging for dear life on these threads and just like scaling down, trying to mimic what she's seen everybody else pretty much do at this point.
Okay. Are you attacking? Or are you just making sure you climb down safely?
I'm just making sure I climb down safely. I'm teetering on some low health points, so
Okay.
we're gonna just make sure I safely get down at
So,
first.
so
and then
you're
see
not
where
a
we're going.
ranger. You're not a ranger. So I do need you to make a.
That's exactly why.
I do.
think I'm
I
gonna
need.
fall.
You can choose. I'll let you choose either strength or dexterity to get down the.
Dexterity, please, because that's a prime.
Okay, let's do dexterity then.
That's a natural 20. I'm
So-
not kidding. I will take
Let's
a picture.
go.
You reach the
I'm
ground.
So scared.
You reach the ground safely beside Alice. I feel like Thora is not so conscious of safety and just leaps to attack.
Hell yeah. That's my girl.
Not enough to hit. Not enough to hit, unfortunately. But being a barbarian, she does get a bonus to stick the landing. Because I definitely think this is a feat of strength. Yeah, she's down fine. So she lands, but unfortunately doesn't cut one of them off. Alice, what would you like to do? All your friends, who you maybe didn't think were friends, just acquaintances, come flying down with little regard for their own safety. What would Alice like to do?
Shaking like a leaf, her teeth chattering. Am I able to try to grab a leech in each hand?
Ooh, that will be much tougher, but yes, I'll allow that.
Strength is my primary.
Okay, let's give it a go.
Try it. I've been rolling really well. Oh, damn it. Well, okay. 3, 14, 16 prime.
16 prime. That is not enough. You like grab two, you put your boot up on like Nilthara's hide and give a pull, and they just don't let go. Yes, Vaker?
I will grab these same 2 leeches.
Well, you've already attacked. You leapt down this turn.
Oh, I did? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Did I?
Yeah. So it's Nilthara's turn.
Yikes.
So, she seems confused at first. Like, she's reeling from all these attacks in her face, and she's trying to back up, but she sort of bumps into the wall, and she then just sort of does this all-out offensive-like spin, and her legs are like scythes as they swing about. Everyone in melee is going to be attacked once. So that's Alice, Vagard, and Thora. So Vagard, that's a hit, I'm sure. 25. Thora, 23. And Alice, 21. So I think those all hit.
Good night.
So here we go. Vagard takes 9 damage. Thora takes 9 damage. And Alice takes 7 damage.
She's down again.
And you're back at the grave, looking into its dark bottom. Initiative!
I don't want to roll this one. I'm a grown man. I can do this.
Get it.
Do it.
Get it. Get it.
8.
Roll high. Yes.
Ooh,
8.
That's good.
I hate to tell you, I rolled a 9 this time.
Jerry!
So she thrashes about, and Alice goes down, and then she like looks down at, let's see, we got Vagard and Thora. I think we're gonna go for Vagard because he's here.
I am busted. Like, busted right now.
We're out of time.
An 18.
Was not.
Wow, she has +8 to hit, and I rolled a 10.
Wow.
So she comes down with her huge fangs, and sort of the last minute, Vagard gets his shield up in front of it, and the fangs sort of like dig into the shield, leaving these 2 massive scrapes down it. And it's your guys' turn now.
like I just want to be clear because I'm also a paladin in real life. When I added the chainmail, it was a plus. It was a plus, was it not?
It's
'Cause I
chainmail plus
added-
1.
Yeah. Okay. So I think I'm 20 AC.
So
Is
whatever
what-
your armor before, it was a 2 AC bump. 1 for being a full suit of chain, and 1 for being plus 1. Because I think before you had a hauberk.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you were 18. Now you should be at 20. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Just
Yeah, 'cause you and I had matching ACs for a hot minute.
okay.
Who would like to go?
I think I'm gonna run up and assist.
Okay, Grana.
With
Yeah, I'm gonna come up with my longsword though, and those 2 tentacles, I'm just gonna try and cut them. I'm just kind of just lacerate them,
I like that. Roll to hit.
them 2 off. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
The ones that Alice has pulled out, right?
Yes.
Nice. Nice.
I'm just trying to get whatever may be left over in the maw, near the maw, around the maw. If they're still wiggling and giggling, let's get them. That's an 18 on the die plus 3. So
That is
21.
a hit. So how much damage?
It's a D8 for the damage. That is a 4 on the damage die.
A 4?
And I add 1. Yes, and I add 1 to that.
So
that's
5? Okay, so you hack into one. It doesn't go all the way through. And the way that you strike, it doesn't actually cross both of them. It just catches the one for 5 damage.
Cool.
Thora will also attack, I feel. Probably that same one, seeing your strategy. Natural 20. Natural 20. Second 20. The second 20 I've rolled for
In time
Thora.
for Coco here.
Yeah, we need it. We need it
Yeah.
so bad.
So that hacks that leech off the face, and she has 3. Nilthara has 3 leeches left on her. Who would like to go next? Vhagar,
left?
maybe?
Alice.
Alice
Yes,
is unconscious.
in the void. I will take from what I saw from Alice and do the double leech.
You're gonna try to
know,
double
try-
leech pull. Let's do that.
We'll each pull.
Double leeched up. Double leeched up on a Thursday. $15.
Ooh.
15 is strength prime.
Yes.
You do
I
not.
don't know what I.
Pulling on both of them, it's just too much. It does not dislodge one. It does not dislodge one. Magic missiles and arrows from above.
Yeah.
Yes. The cavalry.
Yes.
They kill another one. There are 2 left. Alice. I think that's everybody, right, this turn? So, Alice, as you're looking down into the grave, you hear footsteps. And out of the blackness across from the grave, a young Philip walks into your view.
10 years old or adult?
10 years old. Back to the time that it all happened.
11-year-old Alice sprints towards him and wraps her arms around his neck.
Yeah, it's like the grave
God,
isn't even.
where were
It's like the
you?
grave isn't even there anymore.
Skips over it.
Yeah.
Where were you? God, I've been looking everywhere.
As you hug him, he's cold.
Jeez, we gotta get you a sweater or something. Come on, I bet we're having soup tonight. Let's go home. Let's go home.
He reaches out and takes your hand. His skin is pale and cold to touch, and there's a stiffness to it. It doesn't give like living flesh.
It's small in her now adult hand.
You need to let me go.
No.
You're chasing a ghost, Alice. You need to let me go.
It wasn't you. You weren't there.
I'm here, just not like that.
I'm so sorry for what happened that day.
He doesn't say anything, he just nods.
I don't know where to go.
You've never not known where to go in your life.
Yeah, I had you.
We had each other. We'll put a pin in that. Let's jump out. Initiative, everybody.
Oh, roll it. Oh, roll it, roll it, roll it, roll it.
Emotional damage.
Rolling on the roof.
That's a 7.
Well, I have I have a 4, so you are definitely going first with a 7. Who would like to do what?
I think I'm just looking at Thora and continuing to hack off leeches. So I'm a
Okay, give her
attack
a
leech.
swing, Grenna.
That is a 14 on the die plus 3, 4, 5, 17.
17 is a hit. How much damage?
Cool. D8. That's a 6 on the die. That is a 6.
A
yes,
6?
that's a 6.
Nice. It
Yes.
doesn't hack through. Thora continues to help you. Not nat 20 this time, but still a hit. Still a hit for plus her bonus 6. So with your damage and her, that kills another one, and there's only a single leech left dangling, and almost all of Nilthara's eyes are blue again. There's just one remaining large green one. Vigard, what would you like to do?
I'll go with Old Faithful.
Just
And
keep swinging.
Go with the long sword on the big green leech. Come on. That's going to be okayer. So that's 17 to hit.
That's
Maybe it's
it.
not so okay.
That is a hit. That is
Oh.
a hit. How much damage?
Ooh, doing really well on that. Wrong die, that was a 10. So that's 7.
7. Doesn't quite kill it. Our bowman, though, above you. Here we go. Jacques did not hit. Arendor does. So you did 7. I need to do at least 3 with this bow shot. 4, so that kills the final one. And it drops from her face. And all of her eyes turn blue. The whispering in the webs stops. And she recoils from you, Vagard, looking at you. She's still got all those sort of bulbous pustule-like things on her body, and then you watch as she just sort of fades, like maybe fading into the ethereal plane, or some sort of a like maybe turns invisible. But as she recoils away from you, she just disappears in front of all of you, and the chamber falls quiet. You can see under her body a very wounded and squashed Brother Jakob.
Priest pancake.
Just like, yeah, just like
Alice is out too, right?
Yes, Alice is out as well. Let's go back to Alice for a moment. Alice. So he says that that we had each other.
Well, you're here.
Not for long.
What am I supposed to do?
Anything.
Anything. There was two bright streaks of light and a big shadow on the ceiling. I am hurt.
I think your friends have won. I know when we were kids, it was just the two of us. Maybe if you've made new friends, you should hold on to them.
I've never had them before. What do I say to that?
What would you say to me?
I don't know what to do. Well, we'd just be. We'd just do stuff.
Maybe they're doing stuff.
Maybe they are. Will I see you again?
Maybe. I hope not too soon.
But one day?
He just smiles at you. I think they're calling you.
Kind of lifts her face to the sky and just listens, unsure of where to go.
You can hear sort of distant echoes. You think you can hear the young boy's voice calling out like, "Hold on! I'm bringing bandages down!" Where did she go? I can't see her anymore.
Just hugging him until it's over.
Okay. So you wrap your arms around him, and eventually his cold body, you start to feel like a bit of a warm sensation. And you open your eyes, and, you know, Jacques the squire is just sort of putting the last little bow tie on your bandages. There's torchlight shining everywhere. You're still in the chamber with the webs, and the big spider's nowhere to be seen.
What happened? Ugh.
He kind of faded into the ether. I don't know what happened to her. She's just gone now.
Gone?
Aye?
She was getting she was getting better. Her
Aye.
eyes. Her
That's
eyes were
what I
clearing.
thought too. That's what I thought too. Maybe she's now at peace. Maybe she can leave. Again. I don't know. We were just told she was a spirit, so I don't imagine she's supposed to be here forever. But she seemed at peace. Everything's okay.
Then everyone's back where they belong. Oh, thank you.
Are you okay?
Yeah. Yeah. Are you?
I'm alright, and she's trying to like help you to like a seating, like a comfortable position at this point.
Yeah, and
Do you
as
need
you do
anything?
that, you can see that like Arendor and Jacques and Silas they've got Brother Jakob, and they're doing the same with him as he's sort of coming back around.
What did you see?
I found my brother.
What do you mean you found him? Haven't you been looking for him?
I have. It wasn't as I thought. This is so embarrassing in front of new friends.
No, I mean, who am I to judge?
Jacques brings you over a canteen of water, and he says to you, I had a strange woman talking in my head once. They didn't judge me too harshly.
That's good.
We did at first because we really didn't know what was going on, but once we caught on and kind of started to understand what was going on, it wasn't as, odd as it might have sounded. So no, glad you had a revelation.
What about you?
I saw my mother and my father. My father was hurt. My mother yelled at me, hit me. Memory from my old childhood that seemed to be taken advantage of. It wasn't the way that I remembered it. But now I don't know if I'll ever think of it the same.
What happened?
In the real telling of the tale, I just got a hefty scolding, and then my mother made us dinner and we all ate as a happy family and went to bed. What they showed me was a beaten, shameful, guilty.
Well,
I think she was afraid. She was making us be afraid too.
I think that's what fear does. You don't have to feed the goat. It didn't happen that way. But then again, who am I to...
No, but you're right. Maybe you know more than I do after all. Or maybe I need to understand more of all of this, because this is not what I thought I signed up for.
No, it isn't.
I know what you are, Alice. I think you're brave. I think you're our friend.
There's a solemn nod.
I think I'm spitting teeth out too. Drink. And I just pass out. I think.
I wonder what he saw.
As everyone has sort of a quiet moment here, there's a sudden shadow that looms in the chamber above you. And a great head of a huge spider with blue eyes looks down from above.
Just point and kind of like nudge Alice. She didn't go far. She's back.
Alice will blow her a kiss.
As you look up at this huge spider, as I said, as big as a cottage, smaller spiders begin to make their way down into the lower chamber where you are. They bring with them bundles of silk, and one by one drag them across the floor, leaving them at your feet.
think just like gracefully, picking up the ones that are closest to Grenna's feet, respectfully, and just like nodding to each of the ones that bring them over. And just like, thank you, thank you, thank you,
I'm really resisting the urge to like pet them. You don't pet spiders, do you?
I don't know how to touch one of these things, so I'm not going to try.
I'm sure it would.
By all means.
No, I'm sure she wouldn't like it. But man, are they cute like this.
There's something. There's something all right.
I'm glad you feel that. Yes. Yes. Those are certainly words.
Arendor looks up to her and speaks in Elvish, which I don't think any of you can understand.
Searching.
I'm a filthy human.
So he says a few words in Elvish that roll off his tongue with a certain amount of grace and inherent dignity almost. And although it's difficult to tell any sort of body language from a spider, you feel like there's at least recognition in what he said, and her body tilts in such a way that she maybe almost nodded. And then again, her servants crawl away and she sort of fades away. You have been brought 5 bundles of silk. They're quite large, some of them. Arendor looks at all of you and says, the Guardian would offer these gifts for freeing her from her torment. We are free to rest here, but we should not tarry long, as she's still very much a predator.
And is it better if we just leave and then find shelter after we leave so we can give her peace?
Certainly.
I think I'd prefer to smell the open air.
Aye.
Personally.
I would like to see the sky.
Yeah, I could go for the sky right about now.
So let's use that opportunity to take a quick pause, and we'll use bathrooms and grab a drink and things like that. And then when we come back, we'll be outside the caves and we can talk about what's in the bundles and start our journey home, maybe, depending on where you guys feel you're headed next. Sound good?
Sounds good.
Okay.
Good.
We will be right back. Ta-da, we're back. If you haven't entered yet and you would like an opportunity to try to win a $10 gift card for the Trollord Games online store, it gives you a $10 off a PDF of your choice. Just type in exclamation ticket and then a space and the number 1 for 1 ticket. There is a limit of only 1 ticket per person, but there's no, you don't have to spend any points or money or that. Just go in that and we'll draw for that at the end of tonight's session. And even if you're not online, we'll message you through Twitch to give you that code. So we're outside now around a fire. It's night. You're not sure really how late into the night it is, but it's night. Everybody is nursing wounds and drinking whatever road beverages they have here. Jacques has gotten a small meal going on the fire. And Arendor seems somewhat distracted, looking to the northwest. The bags of silk you were given contain a number of things. As you open them up, there are more Electrum coins for one. Close to another 1,000 Electrum coins. In another, there is a fine bow that looks somewhat like it's made from the legs of Nilthala herself and has a spider web like string that runs from top to bottom. There are a pair of fine woven gauntlets of spider silk. There are a pair of boots that again look to be woven with spider silk. There is a silver ringlet that would slide over your forehead. And in another, there is what looks to be a spell book.
That's mine.
So to recap, there's a bow, there's gauntlets, there's boots, there's a ringlet, and there's a book. Everyone is resting, and I'm assuming we have some watches being taken. Do you go to sleep? You tell me what you guys are doing.
I'm still pretty badly beat up, so he's gonna. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna sleep right here. I'm gonna take a nap right here.
Take it out right here.
Yeah.
I'll take first watch. I'm doing okay.
Okay. As you take watch and everyone has kind of passed out from their encounters and whatnot, Glitch, the great owl, has come back after keeping watch over your ponies and horses and promising not to eat them.
My buddy.
And Arendor says to you, Grenna, because he's not sleeping currently either, my people should be here soon.
Ooh.
Is it going to be a problem for us when they do get here? Should we leave?
When they hear of your deeds, I'm sure that grace will be given. You can tell, though, he's not really sure.
Is that something that you're willing to take the chance on? Or would it maybe be better set for some other time?
We got along fine.
Aye.
I don't want to tarnish that.
No. That's my asking. Would that be tarnished?
They need to know what you did. They need to know what we did.
Aye. I'm not asking to be welcomed with warm arms or a bountiful feast. I'm just asking to not be killed on sight.
Glitch and I won't let them do that.
As long as that doesn't happen, then I think we'll be just fine.
Where do you go now?
I don't know. We were following some sort of vision that our wizard had. But now, I don't know. We've completed this portion of what I think we were supposed to. So I don't know if our call is still here in the wood, but maybe once your people come, if we're able to meet them, maybe that will help push us to where we're supposed to go next. Maybe
What-
the others will have some sort of idea once they wake up.
When you and I went to the tree,
Aye.
I informed them of our situation here. But they too spoke back. Nolthara is not the only guardian that has been corrupted. It's likely when they reach here, we'll travel north. There's another guardian there that needs our assistance. I would very much like you to accompany us, but humans have never been that far into Syleth, and I think if my people are going to take steps, they're going to need to be small ones.
Aye. No humans ever come this far in the wood as it is, let alone any further. So maybe it's best that we don't count our chickens before they hatch, so to speak.
Maybe. As he says maybe, Glitch stirs and lets out sort of a bit of a low coo. And he looks at you and goes, they're here.
Hey.
Wait here. And you see him move up along the ridgeline of the ravine that you're camped on the top of, and through the pale light of the evening sky, what little light gets into the bottom of the forest Syleth here, you can see three others like him with masks. Glitch drops out of the tree beside you. He looks down at you, twisting his
Look up at him.
big head. And then he looks out at the gathered elves. They talk for some time, and then Arendor makes his way back to you. He's carrying a long, what you think is a long pole at first, and as he gets closer, you can see that it's a spear. Grenna, I need to go with them, Glitch and I.
Aye.
You needn't worry if your friends turn south and head for the forest's edge. All will be well.
Thank you. Truly.
I don't know much about knights. but you ride, and you're very
Okay.
good on glitch, all things considered.
Appreciate it.
I want you to have my wind lance. And he very abruptly, sort of uncomfortably, because he's not really sure how to do this, he pushes that long spear towards you.
I think she takes it with like this shocked sort of like demeanor.
Oh, are you sure?
If
I
you
mean,
run into any
it's
other
beautiful.
elves, they may question where you got it from, but it will prove that you have an ally here. As your hands wrap around the lance, it is incredibly light, and the wood is dark, and you realize that it's made of dark wood.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Yeah, she'll kind of take it and she'll hold it up and kind of bring it into her chest a little bit and just say, I promise I'll take good care of it. It's a trusted gift.
It's a token of friendship.
I like that even more.
To ending old ways, and maybe starting new ones.
Trust me, as soon as I get back to Darkwood Abbey, I will be telling nothing but good tales. So, let's hope.
I'll do the
beginnings.
same of the, and he thinks for a moment, Eglington Order.
Hey, you remembered. Proud of you.
The Rose.
Aye, the rose.
And, of course, you have Glitch's feather.
Aye, I do. I still do.
Glitch looks at you as he says that, almost like he can understand, but clearly can't understand. You do think he speaks Elven, but you don't think he speaks Common. At which point, Arendor goes over to Glitch and sort of slides up onto his saddle a bit. We really are in your debt, you know.
Consider it a token of new friendship, as you like to call it. There's no debt. We all need to live somewhere. So, just making it easier on you. Hopefully one day you can make it easier on us.
You'll say goodbye to the others for me.
I will.
I know that Vhagar is trying to bring news to his king. As another token, know that the orcs did not come over the Drak Pass. They're burrowing in from the north with great worms like we saw down in the cave.
Aye.
We don't know their intent yet, but for now, they have simply been corrupting guardians and some of our more sacred groves.
We'll get word. And hopefully not just my order, but many others will come join in the fight. Doing whatever we can. As long as we're allowed to come help. We'll be there.
He pulls his mask down and slides up onto the saddle. Glitch looks very gleeful as he gets ready to be able to take off and fly. And he gives you one more nod, and then Glitch takes off almost with no sound. Just lifts off and pushes away over the ravine, and he's gone.
She just kind of sees him off, gives him a soft little wave, and returns back to the party. And we'll just wait until everybody's up the next morning to give him the news and everything. But whoever is up for the next watch will be just kind of like the first person to
to get a little bit of the news and just, they had to go. If they need us, they'll let us know. Hopefully things are good moving forward. I'm tired. I'm going to go to bed now. Good luck. And she just hands off the next watch.
Okay. I'm gonna say the rest of the watches through the night go unbothered, and the party wakes in the morning, and you're starting to get a little low on like feed for the horses and things like that. So if this is the time that you decide to sort of depart the wood, no one would blame you. But I'll let you guys decide what you're going to do.
Greta told us the information.
Yeah, I basically just woke you up and gave you the synopsis and then everything that happened with Arendor and the elves and what they said.
First, how's everybody feeling? That was pretty rough, emotionally and physically there.
I'd like to go hug my mom.
Good.
Everything feels weird. I didn't like that.
Wasn't the most pleasant.
Alice, do you have anyone to go to? Because if you don't, we are a family.
Well, she was freed from her torment and I was freed from mine. I have nothing to go back to. I would hate to impose. But if I could ride with you all for a little longer.
Right? Your company is much appreciated. And if we're going back to the Abbey first before we do anything else, the Abbey's made for miscreants and anybody of any old kind, so you'd be in warm company, I promise you.
As Jacques moving around the campsite, cleaning up and getting things ready to go, he's like nodding in agreement. Brother Jakob says,
we're staying.
We could go to Kingsgate. That was the original destination, was it not, Vakard?
I think hearing of the Guardian is disturbing, but I think we came and found that there was more than we're capable of. We pushed them back a little bit, but I think you're right. Anything farther than this, and we might be not doing Kingsgate justice by withholding the information. Let's get everyone to safety.
Is that what you all do here? You travel around the world and fix what's wrong?
We go to castles, crusade where we need to. Trademark.
Castles and crusades?
Trademark.
That sounds pretty entertaining and enjoyable, and like anyone could just kind of join.
Very welcoming. Very welcoming.
We're very low price. You two could join in on the fun of castles and crusading.
For the low price of free.
Jacques is like, actually, it all started out, we were just supposed to get Brother Jakob for a wedding.
To be fair, that was our only charge. We were just supposed to bring him to Kingsgate to help officiate a wedding.
And then we met Grenna and Thora, and
it kind of spiraled from there. So you're just a warm addition to an already wonderful feast.
Well, I'm not entirely useless. I can take us through the woods if we ever get lost. I'm pretty handy.
Where were you when we first started the journey? My goodness. Would have been much helpful. But no, that's skill.
True. As we look at the knights and the barbarians, like, I'm not actually sure how we've survived.
I solemnly swear to you, my new friends, from here to there, wherever here is, wherever there is, as long as I am here and awake and don't go a little crazy again, we will not get lost.
I looked at Vigard.
I like this one. Yes.
I think we should
A
keep it
wood,
around.
a paladin of the woods. I love it.
Paladin of the woods.
Jacques
I like
seems
that.
very
I like that.
pleased with everyone making friendly with one another. He's even smiling at Silas.
See, now that is just a little peculiar. I know you can be happy with everyone else, but once you start smiling at him, then you got something up your sleeve. Did you
He's like,
Oh, there's 10
he's
take
like,
a bath last night or something? What's
you-
wrong with you?
well, like Vagard said, we're a family.
Oh, I'm coming in I'm giving him a big old dad. I'd get in here and I'll be like, sorry for thinking you were a baby orc and tossing you in the cave.
I'm sorry,
These
Thor.
things happen.
I'm sorry, Thor and I had to tackle you and pull the leeches out of your face.
Yeah, that was unpleasant.
Okay, so do we start making our way for Kingsgate through the wood?
Yeah.
Okay.
Allons-y.
Hitch up the horses.
Yeah.
Get a move on.
Yeah.
Come
Yeah.
on.
I'm just gonna switch to our
That's insane.
overland map here. So you guys are currently at the purple dot. So we have
Oh, we went deep.
we have a fair journey. Go ahead, Vagard. What's up?
What is north on the map? 3 trees north? Like these purple worms? These I got
So the worm you mean the worms that
go?
are coming in from the north?
Yeah, where so that I can
So,
if I was to walk
Your
to the war
map,
room and
this map that we're on right now, would not show the northern reaches of Syleth Thalor, where the worms are coming from.
so very far, not immediate danger.
No.
Yeah,
But
you'd be pointing
one
off
of those
map
worms,
in the war room.
one of those worms are right here, right? It's dead, but one of them got this far south to
Yeah.
where the lair of Nulthara is.
So we can give him
There-
that locale as like
Yeah,
a
there-
start.
Okay.
Cool.
So you,
Right
I mean, you
on.
have some detail, right? Okay. So we're gonna do an overland montage as the party sort of makes their way home through the woods until at last, they break out of the forest and find the east, sort of the road that runs from Kingsgate to Darkwood Abbey and then beyond to Riverwatch. As you pass through villages and are getting closer and closer to Kingsgate, you notice this general feeling of celebratory goodwill as they see you pass through. People almost anticipating, maybe even some militiamen along the road that are guarding these villages and that, have heard that they're supposed to be watching for Vagard returning with Father Jacob. That, and you hear from the people of these villages that the Lady of Erin has already arrived in Kingsgate from Tylus. And that, there's much celebration ready to be had. A number of local breweries and that along the roadway have already sent like massive shipments of ale and lager to the city for the coming celebrations. And Kingsgate is essentially just waiting to start the party. A few more days pass until you're finally within sight of the great walls of the city. It sits on the King's Channel with walls and towers aplenty. You can smell the city. It's not necessarily a good smell. Imagine a medieval city. It has its problems. And as you make your way through, you sort of bring with you an entourage of people, following your horses and ponies as you approach the gates. Until finally, there you stand beneath the massive walls of King's Gate. These walls are not that old because Northgate was razed during the Orc Wars, and this is sort of the city that rose out of those conflicts, and the kingdom was then built on the building of this great city. So the walls don't look that ancient. They still have sort of a bit, they've been here for about 3 generations. The guard see you approach, and one of them is like, Vegard! Running out to meet your group in just absolute excitement. You're back! You're well overdue, sir! Now, he's not a knight or anything. This is just a militiaman and a gate watchman.
My apologies. Let's get to this appointment.
The king has made sure that all gates are aware of your arrival, sir, and you have Jacob, brother Jacob, yes? And he looks down the row at everybody on horseback, and there's old Jacob on a pony because he is not a very good horseman, and he waves.
Please expedite us to the king as soon as possible.
Of course. And as everyone walks beneath the massive gates of King's Gate that could most likely hold back, a huge army. Everything goes dark as you sort of pass under them, and then you come out in the streets on the other side, and people begin to come out of buildings, inns, dump their common rooms out onto the street as everyone wants to get a look at your return. There's cheering. People are throwing flowers. And many people, you can hear them saying things like, "Can we do it now? Can we start the celebration? Does the wedding happen immediately?" And a city that not that long ago struggled with a horrible plague across the entire kingdom seems like ready to burst with joy at your arrival. How do you guys take it as you're walking through the streets, being led by the militiamen, people being sort of pushed aside, and you're headed to bigger and better?
Alice doesn't really know how to walk. She's walking super weird.
Yeah.
Just human walking.
Like when you're walking towards someone and they look and see you coming, and then you suddenly forget how to move like a person.
I think
You feel like a GTA character stuck in an
Yeah.
idle stance. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just has
I get
no
you.
idea what to do.
Yeah.
It's probably hiding a little bit behind Thora, but I think also Alice is curious if this wedding that we're hearing about has anything to do with what Velgar saw in the cave. And so I think that she is watching him a little bit.
Okay.
Oh, I'm definitely pretending you guys didn't hear any of that. I'm just hoping that nobody. I think I'd be aware of Thora and Alice not really being used to this, and being nearby and opening conversation for a sense of belonging to break the awkward, these crowds are something else. I get a little bit claustrophobic around them. We will be out of this very soon. I'm used to it.
Oh, how does anyone do this?
It's just like your forest. This is my forest.
As you say that, how does anyone do this? At the back of the line is a young squire on a pony, just soaking it all in and loving the admiration of the crowds.
Okay.
He seems very, very pleased.
It's
You're-
a forest.
You're guided through the many streets of King's Gate until you reach, you go through the noble district, and you're there at the palace gates. standing on top of the gates is the king. To his one side, dear Vhagar, is his beautiful younger sister. And she seems very pleased to see everyone's arrival. So does he. On his other side is a woman of striking beauty. She has very pale skin. Clearly does not see the sun a lot. And has a reddish hair, just like in the dream that you had in the swamp. And she looks down on everybody, very pleased as well. And there are a number of other lords and ladies atop the wall as you come into the courtyard.
How old is she?
Averin?
Yeah.
In her 20s. Early 20s, you would guess.
Is she showing any skin anywhere? Meaning, do I see any tattoos?
You don't see any marks. Her dress is somewhat modest. She does come from the Holy City. But Thora whispers to you that she's glowing.
The Averin is glowing.
She's like the bride is glowing.
Wow. The beauty of best friend's wife is paramount to the kingdom. It just proves that there is definitely love kindled between them.
The king raises his hand, and everybody kind of goes quiet, and you could hear a pin across the courtyard. Pin drop. I knew I could trust my friend, my brother, Vhagar, to bring Brother Jakob from Darkwood Abbey here to the capital so that we can be reunited again and that he can bind myself and Lady Averin. And he turns to her with a great amount of admiration on his face. In wedded bliss. The city will rejoice. We will wed in 2 days. And on Averin's request, 3 days of celebration will follow. And everybody smiles and there's gentle applause from those gathered. And of course, Vhagar, you'll bring your host and we'll eat and drink. I wish to know all of your tales, as we expected you much sooner. Do you say anything?
We'll kiss the ring.
Well, you're down in the courtyard. He's up on top of a wall.
Oh, he's up there?
Yeah.
I'll bow and... well, Your Majesty! Wedding to such beauty takes its time. And this city is going to honor you and your wife as much as you deserve. Her beauty is unmatched like the lilies alongside our beautiful riverbanks. And we offer you so many blessings. Forgive us for taking a few turns, but we have much to report for your splendid kingdom. Just in trying to,
why don't you give me a charisma check?
Yeah, okay. This is prime, I think. Sorry, I was caught off guard for that one. I thought I was right there.
Are you charisma prime?
Huh?
Are you charisma prime?
I believe it is.
Okay.
I think it should be. Let's see. I might be thinking different modules. It is prime.
Okay.
So +1, it's 18, 19, 20, 21.
Those of you part of the retinue here in the courtyard, you can notice, like, as Vagard speaks, like, the men in the courtyard want to be him, and like the ladies of the courtyard want to be with him, and like everybody is just struck down by his gallantry as they clearly
I hate this.
clearly see this knight before them. At which point the king's like, well, delay no longer, and the gate begins to open, and the party is welcomed into the palace. And I think that's where we'll wrap tonight. It's a little early to where we normally go, but I think that's a good place. I think that is a good place to end it. We can do our draws here for winning some gift cards. If you haven't entered yet, now's the time. ! Ticket, and that should get you entered. Or it's ticket, and then you have to put a space in the number 1 for 1 ticket. But go ahead and do that. We're giving out $10 gift cards for Trollord Games online store. And then we're back in 2 weeks.
That's right.
weeks.
With the full gang. And maybe another ranger? We'll see.
Maybe. I could take a look at this.
I wouldn't do that to you on camera.
Hey, really quick, you'll be here, right, in front of all these people?
Exactly. Okay, I'm going to do the draw. We've got 2 to give away. Here we go. The first one going out to Magard.
Magard.
And a second one going out to Paris 305.
Paris.
Perfect. Any Grace, does Trollord have anything to plug before we jump out of here that we can help plug for you?
Ooh, just a humble request. Spread the word. Tell your friends about Castles and Crusades. Share our social media pages. That helps us literally so much. The people that love it, but getting it in front of more eyes is the ultimate goal. And so, hey, if you like the gameplay that you saw here tonight and you want to bring this awesome yumminess to your table, Castles and Crusades is available. Tell everyone.
And if they're still not sold, you can send them here. We'll show them how it's done, and maybe we can win them over for you.
Come back here. Bottom line.
If you won tonight, I will be sending you your code over Twitch through a private tell. Watch for one from DM Jeremy, and it'll have your code for the store. Tim, you want to raid somebody? Is there somebody we can raid?
Oh, Darling is up and running, so we shall raid our stream team.
Let's do
always
that.
good to keep it.
Let's go.
Brick, you got anything going on too before we head off here?
Oh yeah.
On Tuesdays over on Darling Creep Show, we're doing 2nd edition D&D. We're in Ravenloft. And
Oh, yeah.
some spooky shit's going down for Halloween, so come hang out
Oh,
with
is
us
I'm
on
joining that
Tuesdays.
too.
Is that the late game?
It's 9:30. 9:30 to
Wait.
11:30 on Tuesday nights.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm doing Saturday.
Very excited.
Yeah, there's other spooky stuff happening all over the channel this month. Lots of other games and stuff happening. Definitely go check them out. We're gonna be rating them soon. They're a great channel. We love them. Yeah.
Excellent. And there's lots of stuff here happening next week. The raid is prepping. We've got over 20.
Prepping.
Let's do it. Thanks, everybody.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah, we'll see you guys Sunday with old Judgy. Alrighty, bye everybody.
Bye,
Thank you,
guys.
Grace. Thank you so much.
Bye. Thank you, everybody. This was so much fun.